Hey YouTube, how's it going? Well, here's the vlog for the 3rd, and I'm actually recording it on the 3rd. How about that? Although it is about 10:45, so it's anybody's guess as to whether or not it'll get to YouTube on the 3rd, but I'm sticking with it. And so far, technically speaking, I have been doing vlog every day in July so far. And I'm going to see if I can't move these things up and get them done earlier in the day, because that is really what I want to be doing. It's funny how what I want to be doing and what I end up doing don't often end up being the same thing, you know? But that's life. Stuff like that happens. Anyway, what I was originally going to talk about, and I'll go ahead and talk about it anyway. I was going to talk about a game that I thought might possibly be, in a way you might call it the new Minecraft or something like that. And what I was talking about was 7 Days to Die. That game is very interesting. It's challenging and it's very engrossing. It's very easy to sit down in front of it to quote-unquote play for a little while and then look up and see that it's 6 hours later. It's one of those. And it looks great, and it's got all the challenge anybody could ever want. And then today, this afternoon, Alpha Release 12 came out. And that changed a bunch of stuff. One thing it did was it caused the look of the game to get even more awesome than it was. It looks amazing. It's fantastic looking. But the playability was something of an issue. I spent a good 3 hours or more on it today. It's part of the reason this is so late. And I found early game to be bloody well near impossible. Now I'm going to try to take a better attitude approach and say that, okay, it's an alpha. When the 12.1 patch comes out, as inevitably there will be one, they will address some of these issues and so on. Like, for example, a quality system had been implemented for some things that didn't have it in the last version. And now when you make the initial wooden bow, it's pretty much worthless, because the quality is so low on it, it nerfs it down into oblivion. I made a bunch of them, and the way they calculate quality, the way they determine the quality is your character's level times 10 plus or minus 50. A random number from 1 to 50. And that is the quality of the item you make. And it's determined fresh every time you make something. The very best wooden bow I was able to make had a quality of about 30. And when you mouse over it, you get a little tooltip that comes up and tells you a bunch of stats about it. The most important one being the damage that it does. 0.00. And I'm thinking, like, what? And on top of that, the zombies have a longer reach in this version, it seems, because any effort to kite them and hit them with some kind of melee weapon, it just doesn't work. Because if you're going to get close, it's like the zombies of Minecraft beta, early Minecraft beta. They used to have 8-foot arms, which means that if you were going to melee them, you would get in there, and getting close enough to hit them, they would get at least 1, sometimes 2 hits on you before you could hit them once. It made it very difficult to fight them with any kind of melee weapons. And that's the case with 7 Days to Die. It's very difficult, if not impossible now, to fight the zombies with any kind of melee weapon, because if you get close enough to hit them, they're going to take a chunk out of you. You know, and that doesn't work too good, because 2 or 3 hits like that on a new level 1 character, you're done. That's it. And it quickly becomes very difficult. I couldn't get anything done. In 3 hours of gameplay, I was able to take out 7 zombies. And that was just, what? You know, so I'm going to wait for the next update and see how they deal with this in the next patch. Hopefully this will come soon and things will become more playable. Meanwhile, I am very thankful that I made a backup copy of version 11.6, the Alpha 11.6 version, so that I can continue to play it, have fun, have actual fun, and as opposed to claimed but not existing fun, and continue with the LP that I'm doing, and that's in that version. I have high hopes that they will, or some hopes at least, that they will get that fixed up and make it possible for total noobs like myself to actually do something resembling having fun with the game instead of one frustration mark after another. Anyway, I really wish that I could have been a whole lot more positive about the game, but right now my attitude is kind of in the toilet because I just wasted 3 hours trying to, actually more than that, but 3 hours in one playthrough. That was the very best one, and it was terrible, and I didn't enjoy it. It was too frustrating. I really, really wanted to be a lot more positive about this game, and I'm hoping that in the very near future I will be able to be a lot more positive about the newest version of 7 Days to Die. In the meantime, I have been yapping for about 6 minutes longer than I intended to be. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here.
It's the TinFoilChef